Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Calm Daisy Tarot. Thanks so much for being here. This is going to be a collective reading for the sign of Libra. So sign of Libra. So if you are Libra or cross watchers are welcome. This will be a collective reading for energy of Libras. So only take what resonates. Leave the rest behind. And let's see. Please hit that like and subscribe button as it helps my channel grow. Appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button and join our channel so you know whenever I put a video on. And let's see. Let's get into this. Okay, Libra, first three cards are going to be your current energy. What's really been heavy on your heart and soul, and the challenge and obstacles you are got you stuck right now. All right, and then we're going to use my oracle cards to see what's energy's coming towards you and all that good stuff. Okay, followed by confirmation with the tarot. Okay, let's get into this, guys. So what spirit, what is Libra's current energy at this time? What's your current energy at this time? Don't fall out, do they? So, Libra, you're in some kind of energy of love right now. This card is about like unconditional love. Maybe you've been doing a lot of self-love, right? This is a card of like attractions and selflessness, right? So right now, maybe you're in the energy of love. Like you maybe see somebody that you've loved or met somebody, right? And you want to share this unconditional feeling of, selfless love for somebody or something, maybe. All right. So tell me what has been heavy on Libra's heart and soul. That came out fast. And we have what you're really worried about, what's really been bothering you. We have the card of Girl with the Snake. So this is a card of somebody somebody was doing some shady shit, right? They used their charm or whatever to use you or to get something out of you. They maybe made you enable your boundaries. Like maybe this person made you let go of some of your boundaries, right? That you don't normally let people cross. On the bottom, we have not today, right? This card is a card of it's boundaries and hurt, right? Avoiding conversations, not dealing with, not dealing with the problem, like sweeping it under the rug, but still staying upset about the situation, right? I don't know. So let's see. What is Libra's challenge right now? Spirit. Oh, I'm not taking 3 fell out. I'm not going to take them. Just one card, please. What's Libra's challenge at this time? Or obstacles standing in the way? All right. So we have swords and a rose, right? So your challenge right now, is seeing, the truth, right? Getting clarity about this, having some kind of revelations, like a aha moment, you know what I mean? This is a card about honoring and protecting your, you know, your boundaries and your morals, your values, right? And that's a card of determination too, right? So on the bottom of the deck again, we have grounding. So this is a card of stability and security, growth, right? So this is like still your energy, right? So you're in an energy of just loving somebody and getting it the same amount back, right? It's being stable and secure. You want to be grounded. But maybe some kind of truth about whoever you're dealing with may come out, right? I don't know. We'll see. All right. Let's see what's going on. This is the first card. It's going to be the energy coming towards you, or the energy, outside energy you're dealing with, right? And we have life is hard for two reasons: because you're leaving your comfort zone, or because you're staying in it. All right, I'll read that again. Life is only hard for two reasons. One, it's because you're leaving your comfort zone, right? That's never comfortable, right? It's scary. And one is because you're staying in it, right? Both hard. So I'll get some tarot on that. Okay, this is intentions, whether it's yours or theirs. And we got, it's better to lose your ego to the one you love than to lose the one you love to your ego, right? So, a lot of times we stay in a situation, you know, because we let our ego tell us that what we see is not what's really going on, what we hear was not really, we make excuses, right? Because it's uncomfortable leaving your comfort zone, right? But sometimes when it's time to go, it's time to grow, it's time to move on. Life is hard if you fight it and try to stay, you know what I mean? So this is going to be the challenge here. You are in charge of your own happiness. So yeah, that's, you got to choose to be happy. You got to do things to make you happy in order to have this, be in this energy of unconditional love and affection and, selflessness, right? Um, if you make yourself happy, you work on that, everything else should fall into place, right? And people and things that shouldn't no longer be in your life will just fall away. And you won't even have to do anything for that, right? So this is what you don't see coming in this situation. And we have the September card. So, like, if you were born in the month of September, Raven is a spirit animal. So maybe you could be seeing a raven, which will be confirmation of this reading. So, excuse me. So the raven is energy of being honest and direct, right? It's also an energy. What is this? Your name, which you don't see coming. Okay, it's also an energy of like mysterious and insightfulness, right? But on the low side, this is like a trickster energy. Somebody that's like a shapeshifter, right? They can adapt. They're very adaptable, right? They're very intelligent and resourceful if they use it the right way. So it's next step, or this is what you don't see coming. This is going to be bird's eye, like within the next 3 months. This is what you can expect if you stay on this path or continue doing what you're doing, right? Or whatever, however you're doing it. So, bird's eye, it says, I cannot fix what someone else won't admit is broken, right? And I just said this in my last reading for Pisces. Yeah, Pisces. The card did not come out, but it said, you can't. If something's broken, if somebody doesn't know something's broken, then why would they fix it, right? So on the bottom of the deck, you got the card of 444, which is protection, right? This is trust in your efforts and be open to change. So I feel like, you know, you're being pulled, really being pulled to leave your comfort zone, leave something that you're familiar with, that feels, you know, safe, but toxic too, right? So I feel like you're being pulled to come out of your comfort zone and go towards something that, you know, you really don't know about, right? And that could mean, you know, you gotta change a little bit, you know. You're letting your ego sometimes get in the way of your connections and stuff, right? You're the one that is in charge of your own happiness, right? So, um, but you can't fix something that somebody else, especially if they don't even know it's broken. You can't fix somebody else anyway, you know. I mean, for real. But definitely you can't help somebody that don't even know that there's a problem. So I'm gonna get some tarot on this and get a little deeper. We're at 11:11 on the clock, or 11. Sorry, it's 11:13. So tell me about this energy. Life's hard for a reason. Tell me about this energy coming towards. Yeah, this is the Emperor. This is the boss man, right? This is somebody that's stubborn. So it's hard for them to leave their comfort zone. This is somebody that is like I always say with this card, if you know, why fix it if it ain't broken, right? This is somebody that's set in their ways. You could be an older person, or you know, you don't have to be, but this is like boss daddy, right? This is somebody that it's very it's got their shit together, right? Rules the fucking castle, right? But sometimes they're stubborn, very stubborn, right? Because they don't want to they don't want to fix things. Like if everything's the same, you know, then if it's not broken, why fix it? Is the way they see it. They, you know, it's hard for them to open their mind and see things from a different perspective. Tell me more about this Emperor, please, with the energy coming towards Libra. Emperor. And we have the Four of Wands, right? That's like the 11:11 card. That's like celebration, or it could be like some kind of marriage or something. Let me get one more, please. Tell me about the Four of Wands. So, I mean, you could be called to go towards somebody that you feel like, you know, you could be together with, somebody you feel like could be soulmate, you know what I mean? Or it could be that you are staying in a relationship that you feel comfortable in, but it's not actually really, it's time, you know, it's not helping you grow, I should say. Maybe I'll just Four of Wands with the Emperor. Yeah, it's with the Two of Cups. So it's definitely, and the Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So this is definitely telling me that this is a connection of some kind. You know what I mean? It could be family, it could be a work, it could be, you know, maybe you're being called to leave your job and to go try something new, you know, and you need to tell your boss. It could be any of that thing. But you, even though you want to, you know, you're fighting whether to stay in your comfort zone or to go out of it and go into something. With the Ace of Wands, that's starting something new. Something, this is time, it's saying it's time to go towards something that you've been thinking about, something that you are passionate about. Create something and work hard on that. Master it. With the Eight of Pentacles, it's something somebody working hard on, right? So let's see. So it's better to lose your ego to the one you love than to lose the one you love to your ego. So this is the intentions here. They gotta learn. They gotta let that ego down. I mean, it's better to lose your ego to the one you love. Yep, we have the Two of Swords. with the Hierophant. So the Two of Swords is somebody that's on a crossroads, right? They they have a decision to make. They like I said, you leave your comfort zone and, or stay in it, and so that's somebody that's it's on that crossroads, right? But they know the answer. They know what they should do because that's why she's blindfolded. Like she knows the answer, she just maybe doesn't want to see it, right? But I feel like spirit or somebody's going to come in and humble this person. They're gonna, you know what I mean? Um, with the Hierophant there, this person could be talking to some kind of counselor, marriage counselor, or somebody, some kind of counselor or whatever. We have the King of Swords on the bottom of the deck. That's somebody that's, that wants to speak their truth, right? That wants to communicate something. So you are in charge of your own happiness, which was your challenge. You're choosing not to be happy. Tell me about you are in charge of happiness. Yeah, we have the Ace of Wands. You're in charge of your own happiness. So if you're unhappy in this situation, it's time to go towards whatever you've been thinking about. Now's the time to start something new, something creative, something that you're passionate about, something that makes you happy. And about the Ace of Wands. And then you got the Eight of Wands. So something very some kind of communication is going to come towards you. This is going to be something very quick. It could be an offer. It could be, some kind of communication to help you, right? Start that, right? When we have the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Somebody's going to come in and offer you something with this, right? They're going to call you on the phone or something, and offer you this, right? But with this Two of Wands, this isn't something that a decision that somebody makes, right? So this is like you stuck between the two decisions, right? Because you really got to let the one go before you can actually go towards the first one, right? So you either stay in your comfort zone or you can go towards something new. But you can't stay in both, right? You have to make that decision. And whoever this is, whoever I'm talking to right now with this Four of Pentacles, they're really holding on. They're holding on. Now this could be somebody, the other energy that you're trying to maybe think about walking away from. If they're holding on, they're holding on tight. Alrighty, let's see. Okay, what you don't see coming, we have the Raven September card. So this could be, like I said, some trickery energy. But something honest and direct is going to come your way, right? So it could be this conversation, and then it's up to you. If you want to be happy and go towards that, you know what I mean? Tell me about September with Raven, please. Yeah, we have the Ten of Pentacles with the King of Wands. Temperance on the bottom. Yeah, so the Ten of Pentacles is all about, something long term. It's about family, money, loyalty, right? And then the King of Wands is somebody that takes action. Like if you want something done, you call the King of Wands, right? So this King of Wands is looking, at these pentacles here. So this could be somebody coming into your energy. This King of Wands is the one that could be coming in swiftly, quickly. Got a lot of wands, so it's a lot of action happening, right? And offering you something that maybe they want something long term with you, or they want to start a business with you with the Pentacles, right? The Temperance on the bottom of the deck, that's like, so scales are evening out, right? It's like balancing, everything's balancing out, when we stay grounded and stay focused, right? But you gotta let old shit go so new shit can come in. All right, so let's see. Bird's eye. You cannot fix what someone else won't admit is broken. So let's find out about that. Spirit, tell me about that. You cannot fix somebody that don't know it's broken. Yeah, we have the Sun, the um, the Queen of Pentacles with Death on the bottom of the deck. All right, you cannot fix what someone else won't admit is broken. Right? So you can't, and you really can't fix anybody anyway. So with this Sun card, like I said, this is somebody, this is like happiness and you know, free and peaceful and calm. And so with this Queen of Pentacles energy, you know, if you focus on you focus on your pentacles, you focus on your stuff that makes you happy, right? Stuff that makes you happy, and realize that you can't fix anybody else, especially you can't fix something that they won't admit that they're broken, right? On the bottom of the deck, you have the Death, and this is a card of transformation, right? So this is like you gotta leave something old that no longer serves you behind, so that something new and can come in, right, to help you transform, help you grow, right? But you got to work. This is somebody that's mastering something. So it's saying, you know, you have worked hard on yourself, or you know, or you will, or you're going to master something, right? But right now you're in the energy of back and forth. You know, you need to make that decision. And Spirit's saying, yep, that's the truth, man. This is a yes card, right? This is him saying, yes, that's the truth. Like, you gotta let old shit go so new shit can come in. Alrighty. And I don't know, let's see. I can get this for like sorry, we got 22:16 on the clock. I'll get one of these moon cards and let's see what kind of confirmation or advice comes out. I do read these from the book, but all right. Spirit, give me a message for my viewers, what they need to know at this time for this reading. One more. One more. Okay, so for some advice, we have the full moon. Oh, sorry guys, I have to get my glasses. So we have the full moon in Aquarius, show the world the real you, and a time for healing, the Balsamic moon. Okay, so I'm going to read these out of the book, if I can find it. Full moon in Aquarius. Huh. Sorry, guys. Where the hell's Aquarius? Aquarius at the back, huh? Yeah, okay, dokey. Sorry, guys. Alright, so this is, I'll show it to you. Full moon in Aquarius. So, it's saying the world, show the world the real you, right? Don't be stuck. Don't be, you gotta grow, right? This is a card that's saying that you need to be more detached from some kind of situation. You need to start thinking outside the box, and it'll bring you solutions, right? Quit focusing on the problem. It says also you can improve your karma maybe by doing some kind of charity work. Um, anyway, this card is teaching you. It says Aquarius is a sign of inventions, modern advances in technology, and humanity. It's an energy. Its energy is a little brittle. It's individual, scientific, even relatively emotionally detached. Many people think Aquarius is a water sign because an Aquarius symbol is the water barrier, because it actually an air sign and is far more intelligent than the emotional water signs. As as in this card, no matter when you draw it, dropping conventional works well with this energy. Okay, so you could be dealing with Aquarius. You don't have to. This just could be in the energy. Um, and we also have a time for healing. And let me look that up. The Bostic Moon. There it is. All right. This card means like it's time to let go of the past. You're about to turn a corner, right? You're about to turn a corner. You just got to step over that one little step. You might need a little bit more time to heal, though. You know, thinking about situations. Think about how the situation's going to look when you're healed from it, right? So pulling this card suggests that the past is in the past and a bright future is beckoning. However, before you take your next step, make sure both you and the situation feels healed. This is not a time to paper over cracks or simply pretend everything is okay. Rather, you still need a little more time to heal and to soothe both yourself and anyone else in need. Then remind yourself that anything is possible if you believe it. This is also a time to surrender and wait to hear guidance from the universe. Powerful insights can be had. If you know that someone or something really isn't good for you, this card is a reminder to surrender. Start work on your beliefs and your dreams so you're ready when the time comes. Perfect. Yeah, that's what I said. You gotta, I mean, I know sometimes it's hard. I'm not saying you gotta do it tomorrow, but if you know it's not good for you, you gotta walk away so that you can go towards what you're meant to be and grow, right? Alrighty, that's all I got, Libras. Thank you so much. Please hit that like button, and I will see you on my next video. Peace out.